If you're thinking about selling your Kelowna home, then this is a video you won't want to miss. I'm going to give you a 4-step comprehensive guide to selling your home right now. So let's get after it. Welcome to Live Love Kelowna. If you're looking to sell your house here in Kelowna, BC, then there are a few things that you need to know. First off, the city's real estate market has shifted and demand for homes and properties here in the beautiful Okanagan Valley has dropped. And it's more important now than ever to make sure that you are ready and aware of what you need to do before you list your Kelowna home for sale. Whether you're looking to sell your home or upgrade to a larger property, to downsize to something a little bit more manageable, or simply move on to a new location, Kelowna has plenty to offer. Selling a house can be a daunting process, especially if it's doing it for the first time. From determining the right asking price to getting your home ready for showings and dealing with potential buyers, there's a lot to consider. That's why I put together this comprehensive guide on how to sell your home here in Kelowna. So let's dive in. All right, so step 1, determining the right asking price. One of the first and most important steps in selling your home here in Kelowna is determining the correct asking price. You want to get the best price possible for your home, but you also don't want to overprice it and turn away potential buyers. So how do you find that sweet spot? There are a few factors to consider when setting your asking price. Number 1, market conditions. The state of the local real estate market can have a big impact on your asking price. If demand for homes in Kelowna is high and supply is low, you might be able to ask for more. On the other hand, the way that the market is right now, being that it's slower, you might be a little bit more flexible on your asking price. You can get a sense of the current market conditions by talking to a real estate agent or looking at recent sales data for your area. All right, number 2, comparable sales. Another way to gauge the right asking price is to look at all of the comparable sales in your market area. So this means finding homes that are similar to yours in terms of size, age, condition, and location, and seeing what they sold for. This can give you a good idea of what buyers are willing to pay for a home like yours. All right, number 3, home improvements. If you've made any updates or renovations to your home, they can also impact the asking price. So for example, if you've renovated the kitchen or added a new bathroom, you may be able to ask for more. It's important to keep in mind, however, that not all home improvements will necessarily increase the value of your home. Now, I've got a fairly comprehensive guide that tells me essentially what different improvements that are made to your property, what the actual value increase would be. And this is something that I utilize in every single one of my market evaluations. Hey, I get calls and emails every week from people like you that are either looking to sell their current home here in Kelowna, buy their first home, and that are relocating to the area. This is a major reason why I started this YouTube channel to begin with. So if you need any help buying or selling or relocating, make sure that you reach out to me and give me a call at 778-716-7527, or you can always shoot me an email, kelly@kellyscar.com. Let's get back to the video. All right, step 2, get your home ready for showings. Once you've determined your asking price, the next step is to get your home ready for any and all showings. So this means making any necessary repairs or updates and staging your home to make it as attractive as possible to any potential buyers. All right, number 1, make small repairs. Take care of any small repairs that need to be done, such as fixing leaky faucets, repairing holes in the walls, or patch painting. These can be little things that make a huge difference in the eyes of potential buyers. Number 2, declutter and depersonalize. Removing excess clutter and personal items from the home to make it feel more open and inviting. You want buyers to be able to envision themselves living in your home, so it's super important to remove any of those personal items like photos, pictures, that sort of thing, off the walls and off of the cabinetry. Number 3, getting your home professionally cleaned. So trust me on this, having a cleaner come in prior to photos will take not only a lot off of your plate, but will also ensure that your house or condo is going to shine when it comes time to getting those photos completed. So remember, you only get one chance to make a good first impression. All right, step 3, get yourself ready for showings. Of course, we aren't suggesting that you go out and get a haircut, a pedicure, a manicure, buy yourself a new wardrobe just, in order to get ready to sell your home. That would be crazy. What we mean is to get in the right headspace and understanding that selling your home is not always easy, especially with how the market has shifted here in Kelowna in 2023. So here are a few tips to help get your mind right before your home goes on the market. All right, number one, set your expectations. So by now, your Kelowna realtor should have educated you on the state of the market, so you know what to expect as soon as you go live on the MLS. Being that we are now firmly planted in a buyer's market, don't expect the door to be knocked down the first day or even in the first week. Number two, make sure the house is ready. Make sure you have a game plan to ensure the house is ready before you go to work. So clean and straighten up and make sure the house is ready to go either before you go to bed or in the morning prior to leaving for the day to go to work. It's up to you if you want to leave the lights on, although I probably wouldn't suggest all of them. Maybe look at a few of the power rooms like a master bedroom, a dining room, and the kitchen. Alternatively, you can pick up plug-in remotes from Home Depot for about $20 that will turn the lights on and off specified to the timer that you set. All right, number three, be accommodating. Something that a lot of sellers don't realize is that the buyers and the buyer's agent will typically have a schedule for their tour. You aren't going to be the only home that they're going to be looking at. So if you cancel a showing because it's not convenient, you might be losing out on a showing in a market that has a lot more competition than we did in 2022 or 2021. So make sure you're ready to go as soon as the request is made. If you need an hour or two to make sure the house is ready, then make that clear with your Kelowna agent prior to listing. We actually have that capability to make that adjustment within touch base. Now, there's a saying that a lot of us in the business live by, and that is the first offer is typically the best offer. And not because it's the best offer, but because you got an offer on your home. In any market, it's essential that you not turn that buyer and that offer away. It's imperative that you try and work with the buyer to come to an agreement. Now, there is a caveat, of course, and that is if the number is ridiculously low and you don't feel like you can come to some sort of an agreement, then feel free to let the buyer walk. All right, so number four, respond, don't ignore. When you get an offer, it's important to let the other side know that you received the offer and that you are working on a response. Keep in mind that buyer has probably looked at multiple homes and they've decided that they've loved yours the most. So we need to show them that respect by being responsive. All right, number five, the counter offer. Unless the offer is full price or is on the dot at the number that you'd likely let the property go for, you have to counter the buyer's offer. At this point, you should have already worked out a strategy with your Kelowna realtor so that you have an idea of what the buyer will come in at and how you will respond. The trick here is to keep the buyer interested while continually moving them to your number. This is where a master negotiator would be good to have in your corner. All right, number six, acceptance and deposits. In order for you to have an accepted offer, you need initials and signatures by both parties to the contract. If you don't have signatures, you don't have an agreement of purchase and sale. Also keep in mind that in BC, which is very different from Alberta, let's say, that deposits are typically delivered after the conditions are removed. This is completely negotiable and doesn't have to be this way. Just make sure that you are informed before you accept all of the terms and conditions of the contract. All right, lastly, the rescission period. This part sucks, but can be beneficial for you as a seller if you and your agent understand the rule. The buyer will have a 3-day period after acceptance of the offer to decide whether they want to rescind the contract or continue to move forward. If they decide to do this, they wind up owing you money. Now, if you're interested in more information on that rescission clause, make sure that you check out the video just above me. All right, this is the last one, I promise, the conditional period. Typically, you'll find most buyers will need 7 to 10 days to waive their conditions. They will need a home inspection or a condo document review along with a financing condition. In the market we're in right now, you might even start to see a sale of the buyer's home condition as part of that offer as well. And on top of that, you've got closing and possession days. A lot of times these two days are different, but they don't have to be. It seems like lawyers want to see the money the day before the property is actually transferred over, just to ensure that there's no issues moving forward. There's no issues moving the money from the buyer to the seller. They want to make sure that there are no hiccups. If this is in the contract, just know that the day your home has to be ready for key release is the possession day. Selling your home in Kelowna is not always an easy thing to prepare for, especially if you are a first-time seller. Interestingly enough, this is an area that I love specializing in. At some point in the last 4 to 7 years, you were probably a first-time buyer, and now you are a first-time seller. There's a first time for everything. I can help you get prepared and feel confident about moving forward, whether you're looking to upsize, looking to downsize, looking to right size. You need an experienced guide. All right, do you want to chat about selling your home in Kelowna? Let's schedule a call. You can email me, kelly@kellyscar.com. Alternatively, you can always give me a call at 778-716-7527. All right, that's all I got for you. We'll see you on the next video.